Seriously, did you watch that? That was a thing. It seems like I mean, I'm loving the setup on it for what it is. Here's most of the computer. Here's well, there's got to be one around here somewhere. Get back to this. I know I got one in here somewhere. I just need a screen. There we go. Okay, so he's in here. That kid up top there, he was trying to get. It seemed like either a teacher or a boss at that point in time. I've been trucking through these. Some are good, like these ones are really good, but you'll really feel the difference if you take this climb. Maybe a little different, but now that I'm like really keying into it, like one of those spectrums, you'll feel this one is a little out. You'll definitely the tank one. Well, all of them were all real sketchy about what it was that they were doing, trying to pick up on the visual of how that's a helpful notation without the real kind of like even the halfway real where you're like I'm pretty sure that works, but I never I liked it for the see it do it portion because where I've been kind of kicking around with my file right now, that gives me a lot of that data set already, right? And I already know how to steal it in a few different other ways. So it gives me the access to make a chart or now be able to mess around with them with an array. But that's still real simple stuff anyways about setting up that first coin or using a name function. Um, Truth false is a little different. That one guy did it really, really good. I was talking about it. Somewhere's in here. This true false guy. Hmm. Too far. Too far. Oh yeah. This. He's bringing it up like again that true false statement, and if you've seen it in some of my other equations in there, I was doing them. Yeah, just so I show it to you. Come back. You come back here and you stay true false. Just this. Okay. This just price and market cap done a few different ways around. Again, generally inverted because they'll do certain things unless you move their physical positions around. M1, well, what is equal to M1, M2? The basically the if function. So you don't necessarily need this large of a data set, but you can see how useful having large data sets are, expanding them into a certain base, combining them together, and serving a function that is at least partially useful here while you're chasing down the rabbit, because it'll run the loop around again a couple of times about what one is. I've served this operation a few different times and the way that query function works, or what part of the sub algorithm I'm going to use here before I would say again quantifying a code metrics for that is relative in some form. And again, I got one more to try. I think inside of here, there's one more type of it I got to do, or some different relation of how you do another one of these, because that's how again the math is. Is it three? Well, one, two. That gets you the first going. The three, or even the four because of the W boson, and quarter inch deep, half inch deep, 3/4 of an inch deep, and either on the surface or deeper than that. Then you might not get it right. This is just some cups in a grid under some light cone about what the results are, and they may not have been cloned very well to come into what set you have, as much as you'll have a problem with sunshine issues. Let's see if I found it. I hope I had that one. I wanted the sunshine one. Was I doing it last night or something? No, I didn't get a picture of that. Well, sunshine. or light bulbs. Sunshine builds you black body problem, right? And you're not that you're trying to cover that 45, but what makes that frequency give you little wavelets as far as packets that are moving with their own weight with each other, how they're interacting with each other, kind of like the background sound here in the golden ratio, the way they interact with each other and kind of create that, again, that overall circling back around loop gives you those needs for the visual in this manner. And some of the sound effects, making sure that you're peeling some of that out in the same way. Again, that was just such a slick, just the way that this is presented. You don't know if the wavelets are coming out of the class, because that's gonna take all this A footage just running through. It's gonna cut it down into a packet, whether it be now or whenever or wherever that might be. Again, I am having just a blast inside of here. Again, this is kind of tough, and again, this is a sales pitch, but this one was really, really good. He put a lot into it, and a lot of different functions and a lot of different forms that serve to be very useful, while condensing those states down in those forms of the equation as it might be coming at you for certain results that later on will serve a better model in terms of the way you break it down. I've been trying to find the video, and again, I've been posting as many as I can.